Certainly recent studies from the Ministry of Health here in Jamaica show that at least 12% of the population is affected by diabetes. So there are over 200,000 Jamaicans who are struggling with this chronic illness. It certainly affects more women than men by a small margin, and the reason for that is a lot of in some cultures, like in Jamaica, women are home with the children. We embrace modern women and equality in the workplace, but the reality is that many of our Jamaican women are not as active as they should be. It leads to obesity and it leads to diabetes. Diabetes is a chronic illness. It's where you are not able to produce either enough insulin or any insulin at all. So I think one of the things that people misunderstand about diabetes is, well, I don't like sweet things, so I wouldn't get sugar. Or somebody that eats or drinks a lot of sweet things will have sugar. The truth is, rice breaks down into a sugar of some sort, potatoes, bread, just about anything, patties, bun and cheese. These are all things that break down to sugars. And some people are just not able to process it effectively. And the hyperglycemia, or the increased sugar levels in the bloodstream, leads to complications. And those complications are in what we call target organs. So starting from the head, going down, it affects the brain in terms of increased incidence of stroke. It affects the blood vessels in the eyes, which can lead to blindness. It affects the heart, the incidence of heart attacks or other abnormalities. Kidney function, we have so many Jamaicans who are struggling, unfortunately, to either get an opportunity to get dialysis in the public system or struggling with the high cost of dialysis in the private system. It affects circulation, it affects erections, it affects the nerves in the feet. But the good news is, if you control it, if you manage it effectively, then the complication rate is very low, if any at all. It all starts with family history. You always have to start at the root. You can't start at the branch. And then, of course, there are the actual checks. You know, it can be changes in vision, thirst, constantly being thirsty no matter. Yes, it's true, it's hot in Jamaica, and we know global warming exists, but you just can't seem to quench your thirst. You're losing weight. But the thing about it is, I think everybody wants to lose some weight. The problem is your weight loss better than you expected? Like all of a sudden, you just eat one patty instead of two and you start to lose weight. That's a little bit too good to be true. So if it's too good to be true, it probably isn't true. I also want to say to people listening, your friend or your relative losing weight or seems to be doing well doesn't mean them draw down and mash up. The main message here is check. Unless you measure, you can't know. You think you have money in the bank, but you still check. So if you're not sure about where you are in terms of diabetes or your health, just check it out.